Spring has sprung, and it is definitely springing here at the Disneyland resorts. We are here at DCA. So many beautiful flowers, and there's so many good vibes right now. It is definitely in the 80s today. Now, it's kind of a fluke because this happens a lot in LA, where the weather will be super, super nice one day, and then it'll get cooler and cooler and cooler, and then we'll have like a rainy day. So a lot can change. But if you are gonna be at the park this week, then I would highly suggest wearing like a tank top because it is going to be very, very hot. It gets very hot here in Anaheim. Grab those little fans, your little spray bottles. Make sure that you've got a bottle of water with you because it is going to be very unpredictable these next couple of weeks. But hey, we're here for it because you know what? I could use a little bit of sun. Hi, Daisy. How are you? I have just got to say hi. Look at how cute your outfit is. You are so stylish, so fun. Can we get a little twirl? Oh my gosh, she is such an icon. You are such an icon. Donald Duck is so lucky. We are at Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta for a seasonal slice. It's the Hawaiian pizza, which is made with spicy marinara, smoked mozzarella, glazed ham, and charred pineapple. And it has crushed potato chips on the crust. Y'all, this pizza is a slam dunk, especially if you're someone who really likes Hawaiian pizza. This is a slice that you are going to absolutely love. The chunks of ham are a little bit thicker. It's not like typical deli meat that you usually see on a Hawaiian pizza. These are really thick cuts of pork, which are just so salty and just perfect texture for this pizza. I really love the scallions too. It just adds a fresh element to the pizza, so it's not all just fruit, meat, and cheese. So that's really nice. The pineapple is sweet and juicy, and there's the perfect ratio between ham and pineapple. You know, sometimes with Hawaiian pizzas, the ratio is just totally off. Then you get all ham or you get all pineapple. Maybe it's the slice that I got, but I definitely got a really nice ratio. The crust is cooked to perfection, light and crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. I've been patiently waiting to take this perfect bite of the crust with you. So it's got potato chips all over it with a little bit of tomato sauce. So let's take this bite together. Nice texture, but I don't really taste the potato chips at all. It could also be that they're totally overpowered by the marinara sauce and the saltiness from the crust. But overall, this pizza is absolutely delicious. Make sure that you get it when you come to DCA. We are picking up the Café de Olla infused Tres Leches cake, which is topped with piloncillo chantilly, cinnamon, and a Mickey-shaped cookie. Café de Olla means coffee from a pot. Mexican coffee is traditionally made in a clay pot and brewed with cinnamon, cloves, and piloncillo. This is everything that you want a Tres Leches cake to be. I am completely blown away right now. You definitely get that cinnamon, like the cinnamon definitely comes through, the coffee comes through the cake, and it's really moist. This is exactly the kind of texture that you would want out of a Tres Leches cake. It's nice and liquidy, but it's still spongy from the cake. This was seriously such a slam dunk. If you got a Sip and Savor pass, make sure that this is one of your items. I'm so glad I waited as long as I have for this cake because it definitely made it so worth the wait. It was just delicious. The cream is just light and airy, but it still gives you that same like richness that you would expect from a Tres Leches cake. This is just so good. It's a really light and delicate sugar cookie. And I love anything with a ton of sprinkles because it adds a lot of really great crunch. Honestly, I could eat a whole bag of these. San Fransokyo is obviously a blend of San Francisco and Tokyo, and those two cities were selected for Big Hero 6 because of their dedication to innovation, technology, and science. But what you might not know is that Disney decided to have a little bit of fun with this. So when they created the movie, they actually decided to have this alternate universe kind of based on history. So back in 1906, San Francisco had this really insane earthquake. It did a lot of damage, and it really just changed the infrastructure of San Francisco forever. So in this alternate alternate universe, in 1906, there was this artist that had some crazy project and it exploded, causing the earthquake. After the earthquake happened, because there were so many Japanese immigrants in San Francisco, they rebuilt the entire city, and so they named it San Fransokyo, dedicated to all of the Japanese immigrant workers that helped to rebuild that city. And look what we just found. It's the new Thumper popcorn bucket that's here for spring, and he is so cute. I love him with this little Easter egg, and he's sitting on top of a flower bed. He's just so cute. Seeing all these flowers on the stage definitely reminds me that summer is on its way. Now, these blossoms just came up about a week or so ago, and they were not ready for the heat wave that we got today. It was definitely in the 80s, and it's a little bit warmer than usual, especially for this time of the year. So I guess Anaheim's just throwing us right in there. We are getting ready for summer.
Hiya, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
It's the most beautiful day in the history of days, isn't it?
It is. Where are you off to?
Oh gosh, well, okay, can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
I'm off to nowhere. I just try to look busy. I just ride around all the time because I was supposed to deliver these packages. But guess what? It smelled like cookies. And it was cookies.
It
so
was?
I thought if I just take one, no one's gonna notice, right? So
Yeah.
I opened it up and I ate it, and it was delicious, so I ate them all. And then I thought, well, if that one's cookies, what could these other things be, right?
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
So I opened it all. It was like Christmas morning. Yeah, but guess
Wow.
what?
What?
It's a federal offense to tamper with mail.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I had to like rewrap it all up, and now I just ride around looking busy so I don't get in trouble or nothing.
But
Wait,
eventually.
what is it? Are you a director? Is this a moving picture? And
might be.
Did I just admit to a crime?
You might have.
Oh gosh, I better. What's your name?
My name is Christina.
Christina! Christina, I do have a telegram for you, though. That should count for something. That should be me getting my job done in some small way. Do you know somebody named Pluto?
Yeah.
Okay, Pluto wanted me to tell you, roo, roo. Do you speak dog? Because I can translate.
Can you translate?
Yeah, it means, hi, Christina, I'm so happy you're here. I hope you have the best day ever. Please don't tell on Molly. So maybe it didn't really say the last part about please don't tell on Molly, but it really did say he hopes you have a good day.
Aw,
But
thank
please
you,
don't tell
Molly.
on me.
No. Secret safe with me.
Ooh, gosh, that was terrifying for a second. Where are you going?
I'm going to Disneyland right now.
Okay, all right, I like you. Here's what I'm gonna warn you. You know
Okay.
that area between our exit and the entrance?
Yeah.
That's the real world. Don't get stuck there.
Oh, no.
I've heard horrible things, so make sure you go straight to the other side, all
Okay,
right?
yeah, I'm gonna run as
go
fast as I
Go
can.
fast.
Okay,
Don't get
I
stuck
will.
in the real world.
All right, thanks,
okay,
Molly.
Bye, nice to meet you.
Bye, good meeting you too. Dang, our friend Molly was definitely doing all the things, but she definitely did give me a telegram. So that was so sweet. Cast members really go above and beyond to make sure that you feel like you're having the most magical day in the world. And I love that part where she was like, you know what's outside these gates? The real world. So get over there as fast as you can, as fast as you can. I was like, girl, I'm going. Merch for the Disneyland 70th anniversary has just dropped, and look at how beautiful the Spirit jersey is. It's like a tie-dye, and I love the way the 7-0 looks with the pink castle in the back. And I love the colors on the back, just with the blue and then the neon orange and the yellow, and Mickey just looks so fun. I am a huge fan of the Spirit jersey. And on this side, we've got some fun tumblers with Mickey Mouse and the D, as well as the Disneyland 70 logo. You've got a shirt over here. This is so fun. Honestly, this is kind of one of those like classic shirts I feel like you could wear beyond the Disneyland 70th. I love all the colors. Honestly, this is perfect for Pride Month. And if you're into the lug bags, there is a special lug bag that's available for the Disneyland 70th. And I'm just a huge fan of pink and purple. Those have been my favorite colors since I was a little kid. So I know that my inner child would just be freaking out right now because this is such a fun little bag. On hot days like this, it is so important to stay hydrated. It's gonna really help you out in the long run, especially if you wanna enjoy a long day at the park. So I always bring my own water bottle, and there are so many stations just scattered around the park where you can fill up your water bottle. I like going to the one over at Galactic Grill just because it's really easy to fill up and it's a little bit cleaner, I think, than some of the other water stations. So I usually always go there. So always carry your own water bottle with you. I make sure that they're not too big, so it's not gonna take up too much room in your bag. But I promise you, this is gonna save you so much money. It's gonna keep you hydrated and keep you going all day long.
No! No, this way!
Hey! Excitement! Come on here.
Guilty! That's all, that is all!
I don't know how I've never been in this shop before, but it kind of goes under the radar because it's right across from the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, so most people just kind of go there. But I love this little shop. It's so small and quiet, so it's a nice, peaceful little place to shop. Oh my gosh, look at these little Snow White and Evil Queen ornaments. And that knight just hanging out back there. I am just obsessed with the decor that's in here. And we've got some Snow White merch and a bag. And we've got some merch from the Cinderella's 75th anniversary. I really like this t-shirt. I'm actually a really huge fan of this sweater. I would probably just wait to get it on disneystore.com because it will get pretty heavily discounted, I'm sure. That is unless they sell out first. There's always a game or trivia or some little thing that a cast member might spring up on you. So this little shop is actually sort of in the stone themed. So in the movie, if you know, Arthur's nickname is the Wart. So we got to play a little game. So the cast member told me that there were 2 hidden frogs in the shop and I had to locate them. And it took me so long to find the second one because the first one was hidden in a little corner and it was a little green frog. So she told me that each frog was on either end of the store. So then I come to the other side expecting to look for another green frog and I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know where this frog is. It's nowhere to be found. And then finally it's this golden frog literally just nestled onto the shelf. But it was just a fun, cute little thing to do. And so if you don't feel like going on a ride or you just don't feel like just waiting in a line, sometimes just talking to a cast member is just so fun. You can always ask them if they have trivia questions for you and you might win a little prize. If you're into pin trading, then you can ask them if they have a pin board and you could trade a pin, or you could just chit chat with them, you know, just geek out with Disney knowledge. Because remember, every cast member that works at Disneyland has some sort of knowledge about the movies and just fun facts about the park. So it's really fun to just kind of chop it up with them and kind of expand your Disney knowledge and maybe even share some of your Disney knowledge with them too. As warm and sunny as it was today, it's now getting pretty chilly. So I cannot emphasize enough the importance of carrying a small backpack or even renting a locker and just bringing an extra jacket or a sweatshirt. It's really gonna save you a lot of headache in the long run. I can't tell you how many times I've bought shirts and sweatshirts at the park because I end up getting really, really cold. So always carry something either with you. It could just be like a light long sleeve, especially during this time of the year. I would highly suggest like a really, really thin sweatshirt or even just like a light shirt just to make sure that you're covered because you want to enjoy your experience at the park. And sometimes if you run cold the way I do, it kind of really ruins your experience. So definitely make sure that you have either a backpack, plan on getting a locker, and carry multiple layers with you. This is the brand new store dedicated to all things Haunted Mansion. It's called Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond. So let's pop in there and see what kind of items we can find. Check out how cool these ears are. You remember that painting inside of the Haunted Mansion ride with the lady? Here, let me show you. Get a little closer. It's like the lady with the snakes in her hair. That's so cool. I remember thinking that was super scary when I was a little kid. This is literally ghoulish to me because I do not wear Crocs. What about you guys? Are you guys Crocs people? I cannot get into Crocs. I have this like irrational fear of my pinky getting stuck in one of the holes, so I just have never made my way over to Crocs, but I don't know, they don't seem like they'd be that comfy. Some of the Nightmare Before Christmas merch made its way over here. I actually haven't seen this little mummy guy before. He's like my cat, because my cat has one eye too. They're like twinsies. Man, I wasn't that impressed. Some shops, you really feel magic when you walked in. Like the Merlin one that we went into in Fantasyland. And then there's also that brand new one that opened right next to Tiana's Bayou Adventure that I really like. I don't know, it just felt very cliche, and they just threw in a bunch of merch and we're just like, here, this is the Haunted Mansion shop. I don't know, it just didn't really feel magical to me. It just felt like a shop, if that makes sense. I'm here at the Hungry Bear just waiting for my food, and I layered up because, yo, it gets chilly in California. Now, people probably think I exaggerate a little bit, but it gets pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. Like right now, I'd say it's like in the 60s. Like this is, if you are familiar with Bay Area weather, it is like an overcast day in San Francisco with a slight breeze. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know that's kind of cold. It gets kind of cold, especially when it gets breezy. It's fine when there's no breeze, but it's like when there is a breeze, then I just cannot handle it. Hence the shirt in my backpack. The smoked beef brisket sandwich features a ton of meat, tangy barbecue sauce, pickled onions, and jalapenos, and it's served with a side of delicious beer-battered French fries. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna eat this because this is so big. There's so much meat just falling out of this. All right, I guess I'm just gonna dive right in. Here we go. It's really good. There's a lot of chunks of the brisket and it's really nicely cooked. I wouldn't say I'm getting a lot of the tangy barbecue sauce, so I did get some extra sauce to have on the side just in case it wasn't saucy enough. I don't know. I like really saucy sandwiches, so if you don't really care for the sauce that much, then great. I would say this is a little on the drier side. I really enjoy the pickled onions and the jalapenos just to give a little bit of spiciness and zest, and that pickled taste just complements the meat really, really well. The bun is nice and pillowy, soft. It just goes with this so well. I think they could have even done a Hawaiian roll for this because the meat is really salty. Overall, I'm super impressed. I haven't eaten here since the Hungry Bear reopened a couple of months ago, but I'm super excited about the quality of the food here. I think Disney has really been making a huge effort to improve the quality of their food at Disneyland because for the longest time it was seen as fair food, carnival food, but a lot of the dishes that Disneyland has been coming out with has been a little bit more higher level, more elevated to kind of match that they offer at DCA. DCA, I would say, is not the only park that can dish out good food, no pun intended. Galaxy's Edge is also known for really, really great dishes, but I think Hungry Bear too, if you're craving a burger or a sandwich, this is a really great option. I will definitely be back because I want to try some of those other sandwiches on the menu. The pulled pork sandwich looked really good too. I was really torn between the brisket and the pulled pork. Then ultimately I was like, you know what, we're gonna go brisket today and see what happens. And these are beer battered fries, which I love beer battered anything because it's just crispier and yummier. Okay, these are the best fries at Disneyland. It's kind of a mix between a wedge and a regular fry. It's a really interesting size, but they're so good. My favorite fries all the way up until now were the ones at Galactic Grill, but these are the best, absolute best. They have good fries at Carnation Cafe too, but I would say these are the best. Super underrated, but very, very good. We're gonna try the sandwich with a little bit of this classic barbecue sauce and see what that does. I really should have gotten utensils. I always get utensils when I don't need them, and then when I actually need them, I don't have them. It's good. That actually helps a lot. So if you're gonna order this, make sure that you get barbecue sauce on the side if you're a saucy person. This is the golden barbecue sauce. So they have 3 different types of barbecue sauce right across from the register. So let's give this one a try. The tank, oh hold on, the train's coming. That one was spicy. Honestly, I took one bite. That was so spicy. So they definitely use a spicy mustard in that sauce. So only get that one if you like really spicy food, because that was very spicy. And then the last one, this is the smoked barbecue sauce. So let's give this one a shot. Overall, I'd say my favorite sauce was the classic barbecue. So the smoked brisket sandwich with the classic barbecue sauce, perfect. Also, if you're super hungry, this is gonna be a very satiating meal because this alone is huge. And then with the fries, I'm gonna be so full. I wanted to get dessert, but that might not happen.
Fool me, I did, by God. Search all you want, Captain Jack.
I raise a toast to all of my many shipmates lost at sea. Salute.
Pirates of the Caribbean has to be the ride at Disneyland that I've ridden the most. I can't even tell you how many times I've been on that ride. Do you guys have a ride that's kind of like your go-to and you've been on it just over and over and over again and you just never get tired of it? For me, it's definitely Pirates of the Caribbean. And I just finished watching all 5 movies last night. I just kind of rewatched all of them and I was like, God, these movies are so good. I mean, no wonder. And that ride is so iconic. No wonder they made 5 movies about it. Hopefully there's going to be a new one. But it's around 8 o'clock right now. I am getting cold and this little shirt is starting to kind of thin out and not really keep me that warm anymore. So I'm gonna start heading back towards the entrance of the park. I'm kind of feeling like a dessert though. So I don't know. I think we might go over to Candy Palace and see if we can find something there. Jolly Holiday is completely reopened and it is beautiful. I love all these new outdoor lights. Really reminds me of Tiana's Palace. And I just love it at nighttime. This is definitely a vibe. They changed up the sign though, which I'm not really too thrilled about. I really liked the old sign with all of the lights that fill up the letters. But I mean, this one's cool. I'm not gonna complain about it too much. It's still very pretty. I found a cute little spot in front of the Plaza Inn because Jolly Holiday was just so busy. That whole area, obviously Candy Palace is always so busy in the evening time because everyone just likes a little sweet treat in the evening. So just an FYI, if you're ever wanting food around Main Street, these areas get so busy. Your best bet is to just mobile order and go pick it up. But if you're waiting in any lines, you're gonna be spending a lot of unnecessary time waiting in lines. That's why I like mobile ordering everything, because if you can avoid standing on a line, avoid it, because you're gonna save so much time and you're gonna save your energy, because honestly, standing in lines deplete energy so much faster than anything else. So I did go inside of Jolly Holiday just to check it out since the refurbishment. The whole thing pretty much feels the same with the exception of the cases. They replaced the cases and so now the glass is clean and fresh, because before it just looked so old and musty. It just needed a facelift. These are the famous Nuttles that you can get at Candy Palace on Main Street. So they are only available on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the park, and they're made fresh on those days. And whenever they run out, they are done for the day. So they don't make any more of them that day. So if you see a pack, then you should definitely grab some. They're a really special treat, and I love that they put them in this cute little bowl and with plastic wrap on it, so you can just grab it as a nice little souvenir for a friend or for a family member, or just get them all for yourself and put it in the fridge right afterwards. It's milk chocolate, caramel, pecans, and peanuts. Oh my gosh, this is such a delicious little treat. I was in the mood for something chocolatey, but I'm not always really impressed with the chocolate quality that you can get here at Disneyland. Chocolate lovers, chocolate snobs unite, because this is a really good little chocolate morsel. I'm gonna be putting these in my fridge as soon as I get home, and I'm definitely gonna be snacking on these throughout the week. It runs $14.99, but really worth the money, especially if you plan on bringing it home and giving some out to your friends and family. I would highly recommend just grabbing a pack before you leave the park. This is the part where your girl turns into a pumpkin because she is ready for some PJs, her cats, and the couch. So thanks so much for tagging along with me today. We enjoyed a very beautiful and warm, sunny day here at Disneyland. We got to finally enjoy spring in all of its glory. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like and comment down below. Let me know what you thought of all those food items that I had, if you would try any of them. Let me know if you've tried the Nuttles before or if you are going to try the Nuttles. And remember, you can get them here at Candy Palace on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if you see them, you know what to do. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Look who's here. Mickey wanted to say goodnight to all of you guys. Good night. I feel like I just met the love of my life. I don't know what it was today. I was just blown away by so many freaking cast members today. They just all like made my day. I feel so full. I wish that I got this on camera, but we were standing next to each other to pose for a picture, and he's like moving my hair, and I'm like, what's he doing? And he was looking at my Chris Lou Disneyland necklace. It was so cute. Even the cast members was like, what is he doing? It was so fun, so cute. Okay, now I'm gonna go take the shuttle and get out of here. Bye.